Here I'm at the next morning at my white truck. This is part 4. I'm going to be cleaning the carburetor out on this, see if that helps to get it running. Well, I'm back at it today. You heard it start yesterday just briefly. It sounded good the couple seconds it ran, but now I'm going to take the carburetor off and look into that. You didn't even have the cotter pin spread. It was just in there. And this cover on a carburetor, that's where I was taking it off and putting gas in it. There weren't even any screws in it. So, I don't know, maybe the last time it ran they were having problems and never screwed the top of the carburetor back on. Oh, that come off easy enough. So we'll see what we find inside of it. Well, we're going to see what we find inside. And this is the cover off of it. And you can see it's Zenith. And it also says White Motor Company. They sure were proud of having their name on the truck everywhere. Sometime I think I'm going to count. Almost every forging and casting has the name White in it. I think it must appear in the truck in 100 different places. But someday I'm going to have to walk around and take pictures of them and actually count. So let's see where to start to take this apart. Oh, I think we'll start right here. See, solid brass. Oh, everything comes apart so nice and easy on this thing. So this looks like this would be the choke assembly I'm taking off. Oh, what do we got in there? Looks like some kind of grass seed or something. Maybe that was just laying in place, and first time it started with sucking gas, you suck seeds in somewhere. So that's probably a good start. See, the choke is spring loaded. We'll get all the seeds cleaned out of that. But I'm gonna try and get it. Let's see. Clean the seeds out of that. Oh, that's not coming out so easy. I'm gonna see if I can find myself a. Well, let's take this off just so it sits better. That's the gas inlet. That all looks clean. You can see there's a screen in there, brass screen. Well, it wasn't at this time, apparently. But at one time, this apparently sat full of water and corroded. Because this piece isn't brass. So what I'm thinking, the person I bought this truck from, he bought it from an old guy in Newcastle, Wyoming. And he didn't tell me much about it, but it sounded like this old guy was going to try and get it running again, or had dreams of using it again. And maybe at that time this was taken apart and cleaned up, because this has been corroded and cleaned at a previous date. And maybe he's the one who had worked on the tire to it, and the project just got dropped. Because that's corrosion from sitting many years, I believe, with water in it. But you can see it's all clean now, and I didn't clean it. I might have to call the guy I bought it from and see if he can tell me a little bit more of the backstory of it, what he talked to the guy he bought it from about. So I'm back again. Oh, there and there now came loose. Gas is in there, but crud in there too. There's crud right in there. There's obviously a channel going up there. That's crud I'm pulling out of there. Let's see if the jet will come loose. Yep. There, that jet tube came out. Setting some pieces to the side so I don't knock them off my wobbly workbench. We'll take it apart here. That's kind of unusual to have fine threads into brass. Usually into brass, cast iron, aluminum, it'll be coarse threads. You know as much about this thing as I do. Kind of interesting. All right, we sharpened up a little screwdriver here. I actually got these bolts. Let's try again. There it comes. Look at all the crud in there. We're just going to clean out all the passages. See if I can remember how to put it back together. I think we're going to quit at that. Clean it out. See that little bitty hole there? I've noticed that on a lot of old carburetors. They'll have a drain hole. It must be so, you know, you would choke them a lot to start them, and that way the excess gas would run out. I'm going to try once again on this. You see, I tried a little bit, but I'm not the one who marked it up there. Someone had tried before to get that out. Oh! It came loose. So I get to look at the needle and seat. There. Boy, look how clean that float bowl is. Float is good. Of course, that float weighs about as much as 5 new brass floats. So I'm just gonna clean everything out, put it back together, and see what happens. Look at that. Solid brass instead of the stamped, folded over brass. And look how much those are worn. That's maybe why it doesn't operate as smoothly as it should. I might polish these curves up a little bit to make it work a little smoother. Well, we're going to try it again. I didn't hook up a gas tank. I just filled the float bowl like I did the first time. So we're going to see if it makes any noise. Very same as the first time. Well, I push the choke in and let's see if it does anything. What's going on? Maybe it's flooding right away.